mental health issues channel. It's just a forum. I'm trying to build a forum, should I say, like a chat room for people that have got drug problems, alcohol problems, any types of substance misuse. Come and join the like-minded people like yourself and myself, an ex-addict, now for nearing a decade. Proud of myself for that. Didn't come easy, but anything easy worth doing or getting isn't worth it. It's only the difficult things in life. Now, I had a bad time the last 12 to 18 months, couple of years on my mental health. That's all under control now. I'm on medication. Praise the Lord. I'm just really, really hoping now I can grab the bull by the horns and just move forward, basically, move forward. And, I can never forget my past. Your past is meant to be your past, but sometimes there's things in your past that haunt you, But again, that was the perfect opportunity for me to dive back into active addiction. But I chose to stay clean, stay strong, and there's nothing much more I can do than that, other than, stay strong, and get a narrative, a true narrative, not a false narrative that certain people have been spinning about me or was spinning about me. For some reason, everything gets back to me. I find out a lot of things. I don't let on at times, but I do find out a lot of things. But anyway, going back to the channel, I've not been very consistent at all this year. That's why I've only got a handful of subscribers and not a few thousand like I used to have. I'm going to build it up again, nice and strong. So anybody, mate, anybody, guys and girls, if you've been on the Yayo or the chat all weekend, think about Monday morning when you're driving to work and things like that, It's, work hard, play hard, I get that, but still, you should always try and keep other people in your thoughts. For example, if you're going to get behind the wheel of the car or the van or whatever it is you drive, motorbike even, under the influence, you're not just doing yourself a disservice, you're doing your kids a disservice, you're doing everybody a disservice. Now, I broke the law all my life, not thinking it would come back and bite me on my bum many years later. Well, it does, because drugs are for mugs. You should shrug them off. Change your circle of friends if you find yourself wrapped up in addiction. They said addiction's an illness. Now, I beg to differ. I think it's a choice that gets made into an illness. Is that you asking? You asking, y'all? I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling as you do, I'm not in jail though. I haven't been to jail since 2014. No, 2014, January. I got 3 years for arson. Arson about. 3 years for arson. That was my last. 10 weeks as part of my licence. I got recalled for so-called bad behaviour, which is a big one these days when they want you wrapped up. Well, I only had 10 weeks to go. The problem was my girlfriend was outside struggling with her addiction and just fell deeper and deeper. And God, there must be a lot of pollen out today. My nose is itching like mad. But yeah, guys, what I'm trying to do is get a channel together, get a chat forum together to help like-minded people like myself. And if you've gravitated towards this channel for ulterior motives, then leg it, like you've just done. But anybody that isn't, subscribe, like if you want to like, dislike if you want to dislike. It's entirely up to you. I can't really give much input on where mental health's concerned because I'm not a medically trained professional. Yes, I've lived a life, probably got more experience than them, but you can't start coming onto YouTube, start challenging different doctors and nurses. We're lucky in this country. We've got an NHS. A lot of people decide to go private, but the NHS is a great thing in the UK, and this, I don't want to mention anything about the immigration word because it's not that type of channel. Everybody bleeds red, and I'll just leave it there. Everybody bleeds red. We're all one race, and that's called the human race. I can't put it any more plainer than that, guys. Now, I've been clean from drugs for many years now, approaching a decade, and there was a massive incident that could have swerved me the other way that never did. And if that can't take me back into addiction, I don't think there's anything else that can. I had my daughters adopted on the back of my girlfriend, well, my baby's mother, ex-girlfriend to say, of many years now. She's a lovely girl, but at the end of the day, she got me bloody, my daughter took at the end of the day. So I'm not playing the blame game. I accept an element of responsibility. However, what I don't accept is full responsibility or accountability. I was funding it, I suppose, so I could call myself a hypocrite, but I was funding it under duress. Cheers for the emojis. Whichever ones they are, they help the channel. I just want to create a chat forum, get myself a few thousand subs again. Not interested in monetization, and if I do monetize the channel, it'll only be to buy bits and bobs like I've got a camera, I've got a laptop, I've got all different types of things that I'm going to need to do. Not a podcast, just a chat room, like a meeting. You don't know me, I don't know you. I'll probably do. You probably do know me. You never know who you're speaking to on YouTube. You never know. You could be speaking with an enemy, you could be speaking with a friend, without even knowing. So you got to be tread very careful on YouTube, But I'm, you noticed I got my new bins, Dolce and Gabbana, Dolce and Gabbana. Only for reading, but it is what it is. Get some questions on the board for me, guys, because see, Wimshiv 25 XP. But you've got to be watching for 10 minutes or more, and the live's not even been fucking going for that long. 9 minutes. But this will be my last live till I've had a few hours kip. No, I've not been on any bed bugs, aka drugs. I just had a lot of sleep yesterday afternoon. I have an intermittent sleep pattern, me. The element of surprise is good for anybody, incoming or outgoing, as we know. But yeah, these glasses are growing on me. I was going to take them back because I think they're a bit like the depth, the width is fine. The depth I could have done with a centimetre or an inch, maybe, taking off it. I done a belting video yesterday, or live stream yesterday, in front of Liverpool Lime Street Station. It was a really good live stream, you know. I'm gonna head for the Albert Docks on the one of my next lives. I'm not sure which, where I'll just pop up shop, and I'll just pop up. Yeah, message deleted. I haven't deleted it. Oh, you in jail? No, I'm not in jail. I'm not in prison. So that there, that's, if you can see it, that's just my antivirus. That. um, but yeah, it's just funny old thing. This drug business, not drug selling business. I mean addiction. I was not arguing, but I was debating with a woman yesterday now, um, about she's a professional, but she's hell bent on addictions and illness. I don't think it is. As being an ex-addict, well, an addict myself in recovery, so an ex-user. Remember, just because you're clean doesn't mean to say that you're a cut above the rest. There's many people where I come from who do well and they forget where they fucking come from. You know, if I go to town and I've got it, I'll smash a £10 note into five twos and I'll give £2 to the first five people I see. Why? Because I was there one day. Once upon a time, I was there. You know, it was up to a beautiful, salt of the earth old lady, I'll call her now, or older lady, who really, really helped me out at a time of need. And that will never, ever be forgotten. Now, people will help you and help you and help you, and other people will just kick you when you're down. You know what I mean? So it's like an opinion. Everybody's got an arsehole, everybody's got an opinion. Whether it's right or whether it's wrong, I don't know. I just aim for the middle me. And then you get there or thereabouts, don't you? They say there's your version on the left, your version on the right, and then the truth in the middle. Well, that's what it usually is. I've been on the wrong end of a few bad, not decisions, thoughts, you know, but like I keep saying, I call that my karma for all the bad things I've done wrong in the past. You know, when I was at my height of my addiction, I used to earn 20, 25, 30 grand a week. Legit, in cash. Only law I broke was not paying tax. Now, everybody knows this. I should be sat here a landlord now, not renting. I should be a fucking landlord with multiple properties, but we can all say if, buts, maybes. I'm 44. Not Clint Eastwood, but I'm not Skint Eastwood either. Make what you want of that. But I think I've come a long, long way from where I was, say, 10, it's not 5 years, it's a bit too short. 10 years ago, I've come a long, long way in my life. There's only one thing that's pulling me back, and it's not getting in. People say grief. When you're grieving for somebody, people say time's a healer. But you know what? To an extent, to a degree, they're right. I suppose it is. Time is a healer, but it depends who you are, what mindset you've got. I've got a very strong mind, and I don't want to well up in me new Gregory's. But yeah, so don't let anything pull you off the rails, guys. You know, I'm not going to come in here and start dissing people and forgetting where I come from and say who I've seen and who I haven't seen and, you know, this and that and the next, because, you know, I've just decided don't ever come on YouTube when you've had a few tots, you know, because one, you don't know who you're talking to. Two, you could well be upsetting people. And 3, for your own moral high ground, for your own moral support. Now, I've got a daughter who's 8 years of age in October. Now, I want her to come across this. It's like a diary for her as well. You know, there's lots and lots of things in the original paperwork, and I've done what's called a later in life letter. It's where the children can read your version of events, and I'm not going to throw everything on the baby's mother like many people would. I am going to accept accountability that I shouldn't really need to, but I'm going to be the bigger person. I really am going to admit what my faults was, to my daughter, and then she can cross-examine that through the legal paperwork, and then hopefully, God willing, she will give me that chance to have an adult relationship with her. Have I been an angel in my life? Absolutely not. Am I a twat? Absolutely not, neither, no. I think I'm actually a nice person with a heart of gold. I just get misconstrued a lot. And my surname being Ferraro doesn't get forgotten easily, and this and that and the next. And it's just, I don't know, I've seen a person 2 or 3 times. I mean, that person's only seen me once. I've seen her 2 or 3 times and just melted, crying. Obviously, I approached her the first time. She gave me a hug, said hello. I wanted to explain a few things, and she just shut me down. It's, that's fair play. I'm not on about anything intimate here, by the way. It's just something that happened. Well, not just something. That sounds a bit thingy. It's something that happened to me, or in my presence, should I say, a few years back now, but still affects me the same today as it did on the day. But I've done my best to. I moved on too quickly, to be honest. In fact, it was a couple of years later, I met a girl who was going through bad times herself. Really, really, really good girl. Just a cocaine problem. Well, saying just, but yeah, a cocaine problem. But a really, really, really good woman. I can't speak on my favourite ever because I'll just start raising eyebrows and annoying people and things like that. But I think people, as long as I know, that's fine. And people closest to me, as long as they know, then that's fine as well. But I'm not interested in fifth-hand gossip and this and that and the next. There's just no need for it. And that's what the drug world does for you. You see, people have drugs to improve their mental health. Ironically, bizarrely, but they do. And then it's bad mental health that contributes to you using or drinking. They're all drugs. The 2 biggest killers of the lot, tobacco and vapes and alcohol, are being sold on the fucking shop floor. I found out the other day that they've started using wet houses now. So places where you're allowed to use drugs. Obviously, it must be in a designated room or your own personal room, whatever it is. But it's some big new hostel thing that's opened, and they said it's working. I mean, I think that just entices people to use, to be fair. But if they say they'd rather you do it there, clean and this and that and the other, then who am I to dispute the facts? I'm out of that game now anyway, so it really doesn't affect me. But just because it doesn't affect me doesn't mean to say that I don't want other people going on and becoming successful in their recovery, and always take it one day at a time, guys. They say that for a reason, and I can testify for that to that, what the rights and what the wrongs are. If you start saying you don't know, I mean, first of all, you're not promised tomorrow. You know, Yesterday was history, tomorrow's a mystery. So we all know this. So that's why they say one of the reasons, you know, don't set, and another one, don't set your targets or your goals too high because you won't reach them. Or if you do, you'll just slip off them. So if you just do slowly catch the monkey and, do it slowly, because if you just crash all of a sudden, it tends to come back. But not with everybody. It didn't with me. I used to pick it up and put it down. And then my baby's mother at the time, going back a few years, who again, I wouldn't talk really down on her neither because she's got her own problems. She's got a family that's all died on her. God bless her. And I think she loved me. She loved the bones of me. There's no disputing that. But she wanted an element of security as well. But she's a lovely girl, really. Yeah, do I hold resentment towards her like I do my own mother? Yes. Is she a bad person? No, not a bad person at all. She's a little wrong and like, but it is what it is. If you put up with shit, then they're going to give you shit. That's why I call her my current girlfriend because she is. We're just having a tiff, I hope. I've met certain people in the family, and that's meant to be the cement for our bricks. Shame our fucking shed was built a 52 pack of cars. But, I think with a bit of communication, I'm sure we'll be able to find some mediation to mitigate going missing for 11 days. I will not phone her. I've phoned her and sent out a message today, this morning. Phone me, please, and let's have an adult chat, because we used to fall out and we'd be like days or a couple of weeks even before we got back in touch. And these days we have an argument and it's mopped up within a few hours. Do you know what I mean? So you've got my number and I'm waiting for your call, but I won't call you first. I know you're a subscriber to this channel because you're a nosy swine, but yeah, you heard what I said. So, trainers today, nice pair of 110s. I need a dark pair, 175. Might start calling them 175s. They was only ever called 110s because of the price. They're actually Air Max 95s. I'm torn between to get 110s or a nice top end pair of Asics gel. See what happens. See what happens, yo. You're not from around here, are you? You're from Greater Liverchester, aren't you, mate? So who's this watching? Clipping away. That AI is going to be dangerous in a few years, guys. I think I'm looking kind of well. Trim. Been working hard. Yeah, I think I'm looking quite trim, to be fair. I'm joking. Yeah, so guys, if you're on the drug train, get the fuck off it, whatever you do. I'm not going to mention your name, who I've been seeing the past few nights. Not seeing as in seeing that way. I mean, seeing her walking down the walking down the street. And what a shame of it is, she's a fucking cracking girl as well. She's a cracking girl, but she'll listen. I don't think she'll ever speak to me again. And if I was in her shoes, I'd probably do the same, even though it's not right. When that type of shit comes into play, irreplaceable stuff, then, you know, you've got to give people room, you know, and suffer. I can suffer till the cows come home. It's just tough. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and I'll have to carry that with me forever until, or unless, which is highly doubtful, as a friend has told me this morning, you'll never get it, Mark, so just try your best to move on. Well, I've had fucking bereavement counselling. That's took the, you know, cherry off the cake a little bit, but, you know, I've got to put everything that they've given me into practice, the coping mechanisms, the strategies, and all the different things that they give to you, you know. I mean, you'd expect a toxicology report to be enough for a family, but obviously not in this case. But yeah, I won't be going into that subject, by the way, because I've got glasses on and I can't get away everybody crying. You'll just be on to me. Not that it's weak to cry. You know, that's another part of my channel, which I can't really say too much on because I'm not qualified to speak about mental health. I'm qualified as in experience, but I've not got it on paper, if that makes sense. So in other words, I've been on both sides of the fence. I should say the other side of the fence, i.e., you know, I'm not a mental health nurse, but I know just as much about mental health as they do. But men, and more importantly than women, should talk, should speak. Speak. If you've got a problem shared is a problem halved. So true, you know. Very, very true. You've got to, and where drugs are concerned, you can't get off drugs for your children or your mother or your father or anybody else for that matter, your partner. You can't. You've got to wake up one morning and say, right, I've had enough, and do it. You know, all these fucking rehabs and this and that and the next. I mean, what works for me is not necessarily going to work for the next person, vice versa. But, you know, I mean, what it can do, what would benefit me is for a rehab. It'd be private anyway if I did, and they're too expensive. You know what I mean? It's like, I think they're four quid a month, something like that, and you need 3-6 months. It's not the money I've got, unfortunately. But yeah, Mr. Construction, don't even what, my mate? Nah, you got the wrong brother. My brother's gay. Nothing against people being gay at all. But I am a white heterosexual male. Well, I don't know where the white come from. I'm half Italian, I've got olive skin. But don't even. Mr. Construction 4663. I don't know exactly where you're coming from with that one. Let me go into your channel a sec. Channel activity. Don't even you like men? No, I don't. Do I like men? Do I look like I like men? Not in that capacity, I'm afraid. But I've not got nothing against it. I mean, people don't understand. You're born that way. My brother's gay, and he was with a guy God bless his soul, he's passed away now. He had a transit van accident on the East Lancashire Road, Hatherley Way. His name was Peter McDonough, and he ran into another traveller in a Ford, some 4x4 at speed, and died. That was my brother's ex-partner, Peter McDonough from Manchester. Not the other McDonoughs. Peter, maybe related. He ran into a guy called Old Willie. The old man was called Old Willie. Well, my brother used to get on with his sisters really, really, really well, but his father and his brothers wasn't to know that he was gay. Because same with my background, with being half Italian, my father's side of the family is heavily Catholic, and they're against people being gay. Like that certain community I've just been speaking about, they're not in a nasty way. It's just in their religious beliefs. And, you can't attack somebody's religious beliefs. It's a free world with free speech. Well, free speech is going. But that's another thing. The AI bot could flag me on. See, people are not getting cancelled as easily anymore because they're not just taking people's word and suspending other people's accounts until they've got through to X, Y, and Z. They've just got thingamajig. They've got I forgot what I was saying. It's 10 to 7 in the morning. I've been up all night. But I was asleep all day yesterday. All day. Or I've just got up and out of the shower. Who knows? Anybody's guess. So, guys, I'm going to put a piece of steak up now, guys. What's this? What's this for a fucking lump of meat, kidder? What's this, Mr. Construction? This is the only meat I like having. Right, where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Where we at, yo? You in jail? Which jug are you in? And I'll tell you, lad. Nah, I'm not. WMC Schniv. You're in jug though, I can tell. No subscribers. Joined 3 years ago. If you're in Walton, tell the toughster I said, now then. But yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm going to have a salad in a minute for my breakfast. Prawn salad. There must be some pollen cracking on today. Itchy nose. I know, before you all start whistling. It's not from smoking or from drugs. Mad painkillers. All the addictive stuff has been more or less halved. Ready for my operation in October. Finally got the date. I'm sure it's the 16th or the 18th of October. So there's a few bits and bobs I need to get done before then. And then it's on to the next, onto the other knee. But I feel in good spirits, guys. I used to wake up in the morning. So it suddenly stopped the past 12 months. But the lady, I was waiting 3 years for that bereavement counselling, and the lady that done it said to me, Mark, she said, a lot of this will go in one ear and out the other. A lot of it will go over your head for now. But when put into positions and things like that, which I don't do anymore, when you get put into positions, she's giving me like weird coping strategies, coping mechanisms that help. And people that say therapy doesn't help, well, saying that, it might not help that particular person, but the general consensus is it's massive. it helps a lot. It helps an absolute lot. So anybody out there who has lost a loved one, friend, partner, brother, sister, whatever, consider getting bereavement counselling, because it does work. I mean, it can never bring them people back, but it can help you a little bit moving forward. So there's lots of things that, them dodgy tablets as well. Stay away from them, guys. Even if they come from a chemist, at least you know what you're getting. When I get my prescription, it's the same tablets, same dose, maybe different pharmaceutical companies, depending on what college, what chemist you go to or whatever. But yeah, I don't want to be on medication for the rest of my life. It reminds me a little bit, to be fair, of when I was in active addiction. It reminds me a little bit of that. When I wake up in the morning, you got a sickly feeling in your stomach. Have your meds with a cup of coffee and then it subsides. But my sister is on similar meds, not as high a dose, but similar meds to me. And sometimes I see her yawning and sneezing and her eyes watering, and I said, Louise, you need some bloody morphine, love. She said, what do you mean? I'm not smacking. I said, no, you're not, no. But it's because she's never had an addiction, like an opioid addiction. She doesn't know how to differentiate. She doesn't know the telltale signs of early withdrawal. And then she said, Mike was right. I said, I fucking know I was right. And she's got fibromyalgia, my sister. She's never been into drugs. Yeah. I hope I get a phone call off a certain person today, or even a text, just to break the ice would do. We can get away with this for a little minute, but it won't be long before the wee ones pick up on it, and that's it, then I'll be fucked. So get your finger out your fat bloody bottom. Contact me, please. Because I'm not contacting you. In fact, I have done actually this morning, and I said I wasn't going to, but I did. I only want the best for you. Some people are unbreakable, but like I said before, on a live stream about 5 o'clock, 4:30 this morning, and I did say that I wasn't ready for a relationship, and do you know what? Looking back in hindsight, I wasn't ready for the last relationship. That was still ongoing, I suppose, but I hope anyway. But I wasn't ready, and I don't think if I am ever going to be ready for a fully fledged relationship, because it's not fair to have a woman fall in love with you if your head's not at the races, and it's not through any fault of my own either. No fault of my own whatsoever. Done absolutely nothing wrong to nobody for a long time. And that was thieving. Yeah, it's not right. Not trying to sit here and say thieving, choring, macing people is right, because it's not. But you've just got to live life on life's terms, unfortunately, and sometimes you can be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and you can be in the right place at the right time. But with me, it seems to be fucking hell. Anything I touch just fucking melts. That's only because I'm so hot. I'm joking. It does though, everything good in my life ends up fucking up for some reason or another. I don't know. I can't even put my finger on it. I call it karma, I think. I've been thinking heavily on it lately. Like when I bumped into a certain female, I got PTSD. That's what my doctor said. It ignited your PTSD, Mark. He said that's why you're waking up with your feet and your hands sweating. Pure anxiety still, 5 years on. And that will always be the same. Nothing will change there. But, I can I've offered everything. A meet up, sit round the table. I'll do lie detector tests at my cost, your choice of where I was to have them took. I'll answer any questions you want me to. There's only one question he's answering. Did I or did I not? Or what you even name the questions. But then that 0.01% of the chance will be me getting blamed, I suppose. So is it even worth it? I've not mentioned that for quite a long time. So I just thought I'd put it out there again. If you want me to do up to 3 lie detector tests at 3 separate places of your choice at my cost, you let me know and I'll do exactly that. That's 3 lie detector tests at my cost, at your choice, at 3 separate places. And you name the questions that you want answering. And I will ask them exact same questions. And it's not under duress. I'm not being forced to do it. I'm doing it because I want to do it. And that's the only thing that I can actually positively clear my name with is a lie detector test. They use them in the States to convict people, and it won't be long before they're doing it over here. Because they are, like DNA results, the same. I say it all the time. Men lie, women lie. Numbers do not lie. There's not one man or woman on this earth today that could tell me that 10 plus 10 does not equal 20. Take 10 away from 20 and you're left with 10. Who can dispute that? Fucking nobody. Nobody. I just love to be given that chance, that opportunity to prove my fucking innocence all this time on. I don't want to be friends. I'd love to be, but you know what I mean. I don't want to be friends or pally or this and that and the next. We'll go our own ways afterwards, but at least give me the fucking opportunity and the chance. I know the police done their work and the scientists done their work, but if you're still struggling to believe, then try me on them lie detectors. You can't fail them. You can't fail them. That's why I'd want to do a minimum of 2, and I can't afford any more than 3. I don't know how many, don't even know how much they are, but you know what? The pricing doesn't even come into the equation. I'm just going to get a bottle of water and set that. One sec, guys. Please don't now, 1 minute. Paul! Anything goes down at Monroe's. One sec, guys. We're back in a minute. Un momento. Fucking tap water, you're having a laugh, ain't ya? No deep tap water needed. I'll tell you what I'm having though. I fucking want for my breakfast. Mexican chicken flatbread. Be back in 2 minutes, guys. Man's back for some more slack. Yeah. That's my breakfast. Brechy la. Mr. Construction. The other one's Shagan. Shanna like toolkit there. Sniff. So welcome back to the Lego Stray Game guys. We got take up with Jaeger these days. Oh. Jalapeno. It's not like me to be eating in the morning, guys. You eat and you'll be reet. I'm still waiting for this phone call. Probably never gonna come. I won't be at all surprised. At all whatsoever. Welcome back, guys. What jug are you in? WMC shift. Shimdagi. Well, not much at the moment. I'm just eating my breakfast, which is a bit rude while I'm speaking to people. This is a drug and mental health channel, drug awareness and mental health channel. We've got approaching a couple of 100 subscribers now, so it's very much still in its infancy. I'm just trying to create a chat forum for like-minded people, you know, drug addicts, alcoholics, any addiction, really, mental health as well. However, I'm not medically trained, so I can't give thorough advice. I can only actually give my own personal experiences, which is useless to anybody and everybody because everybody ticks differently. James Granger. I hope you don't mind me saying that. I shouldn't mention names. I'm sorry. I should know that by now. Right, listen, mate. in the city of Manchester and in the city of Liverpool, if you're in the UK, I've got what you called wet houses, where it's a dry house, but they call it a wet house because what you do is you don't do a detox as such. You titrate down using alcohol units. So maybe if you're still suffering from alcohol, like alcohol misuse, do you mean, or alcohol from last night? I'm pretty sure you mean it as a whole. So you don't need to take like diazepam or any anti-fitting drugs. Anti-seizure drugs, should I say. All you need to do, get your name down for one of those rehabs. They're brand new. Oh, you don't have any drink right now. What, so are you an ex-alcoholic, or are you somebody that wants a drink right now? Is that what you're saying? If so, dial an Uber, lah. But I'm not really the best person to speak to about alcohol because I've never been an alcoholic, and I strongly believe that I'm trying to do less drugs. If I want to quit drinking, I will. Well, drugs are for mugs. I was an heroin addict for between 12 and 14 years. I'm no longer an addict of any sort, apart from my vape. But James, if you're trying to do less, I'm trying to do less drugs if I want to quit drinking. Well, excuse me, did you say cannabis is the gateway drug? It's not. Alcohol is the biggest gateway drug known to man. You know, a lot of people are okay, they have a drink, and then that's them straight back into active addiction. I never forget where I come from, ever. I was an heroin addict. April the 24th, 2009. What, have you been clean since that day? Are you in recovery, is what I'm asking, long and short of it. Are you in recovery? April 24th, 2009. I'm not quite picking up. Let me have 1 second, because I was out of the room just a minute ago, warming my breakfast up. What are we talking about here? Well, I did abandon my device for a few minutes, so I can see what he's saying there. So I'm suffering from alcohol. No, I mean, I don't have any right now. Right, so you want some, but you've not got none. I'm trying to do less. What? So you want? Well, that's entirely up to you, mate. You know, I can't tell you what to do and what not to do. Just if you was in addiction, I do have somebody else as part of this channel that was an avid bad alcoholic for 30 years, and he stopped on a penny. He stopped in a week. It's easy stopping. It's maintaining the cleanliness, maintaining recovery. That's the most difficult part. It hasn't been for me, but I'm not you, or I'm not anybody else. Different strokes work for different folks, as we all know. So when I give advice, or not advice, my life, my personal experiences haven't really been on alcohol. It's been heroin, crack cocaine, cannabis, not even ketamine because I've been clean too long. That's only just hit the northwest in the past 3, 4, 5 years maximum. I used to live in Torquay, southwest England, South Devon for 15 years, and it was down there then. I've been up here for 15. I'm 44. I went when I was 15, stayed for 15 years, and thinking, but you just got to wait for the shop to open then, arcade, if you want a bevy, aren't you? It's fucking 24-hour shops left, right, and fucking centre where I am, mate. But I'll tell you what, I feel sorry for people who are in alcohol addiction, because it's on every fucking street corner. It's it's everywhere. It's like, how the fucking hell is it possible to get clean from alcohol when there's a fucking an off license on the corner of every fucking street? And half of them are Muslims. They don't even drink the stuff, but they'll want to make money off it. And no, that's nothing to do with Islam, because I've got many friends who practice Islam, both inside and outside of custody. So don't think I'm hating on Muslim people. Meth was your drug. I was on meth until 2020, and I come off meth in 2020. It took me to have my daughter adopted to see fucking sense. And I did stop then, but my mental health wasn't stable enough. I mean, I know I've come across as to some people as articulate and intelligent, but my life skills are not too good. I mean, I'm a very strong-minded person, don't get me wrong, but there's still a lot of work I've got to do, guys. There's still a lot of work I need to do. Hell of a lot. I mean, I'm clean, but there's being clean, and there's your life being, sorted out properly. I've just wasted 3 years of me. I mean, we split. She got with somebody else for 2 years, I think, nearly. Not 8 months it was. I remember reading it in the Echo, 8 months. So, but I'm not going back there until I'm told the truth. If I'm not told the truth, that's us. We're done for good. Whether I've met the children or I haven't met the children, no, it's not the children's fault. But if she couldn't hold down, I told her, don't introduce me to your children. Luckily, it's only a son that I've met, and not the girls. And the son is a fucking cracking kid, Absolutely awesome little child. Awesome. But anyway, it's enough. I don't want to get myself into any trouble. And meth was my drug. Yeah, it was mine for a long time. But the thing is, people go on methadone and then end up with a methadone habit on top of a heroin habit, which is absolutely fucking useless. So, Buvidal, apparently, this new wonder drug. I've never experienced it. I've had Subutex, which is it's just an IV, like I think the intramuscular or in your vein. I'm not sure how it's done, but a lot of things changed since I was a fully fledged addict. But each people to themselves. There's only one person that can get one person clean, and that's yourself. Have a good look in the mirror, whether it's going to crack or not. Have a good look in the mirror, and I'm sure you'll find what you're looking at is not what you wanted to see if you're deep in addiction. Only thing me now is my teeth. Look, ruined my teeth with drugs. Ruin them. And do you know what? It's my own fault. But I'll fix them. The NHS won't. I'll do it myself. James Granger, God bless him. I hope things work out for you, mate. But remember, you put yourself in the shit. There's only you can pull yourself out of the shit. In shit creek without a paddle. You need to find that paddle. Do you know what, as well, with drug addiction, it's not just the addict that suffers, it's the wider family and community that suffer as well, on the back of all the crime, the heartache, everything else that goes on in and around the drug scene. You know, you've only got to be in the wrong place at the wrong time once, and that's it, you're fucked. Innocent or not, you're fucked. Your name's tainted forever. You know, so be very careful what you're doing, especially alcoholics. I feel for them so much because, like I said, it's on every street corner. It's so accessible, it's unbelievable. You know, the government reduced the strong black cans and lager and cider to 7.5% volume from 9%. If I was going to be a drinker, I'd go for spirits because they're the least damaging, I think, in my opinion. Spirits, fucking hell, man, but lager, sorry. See some of that cider that you can buy, that, I don't want to mention any names in here, but that cheap cider, it's never seen a piece of fruit in its fucking life. Never. It's just all pure chemical. And it hurts me when I see people. I already drugged myself out and you can too. No, thank you, mate. I've been there, done that. I've done my time on the drugs and I ain't doing any more. And is that a snide comment, by the way? Because I lost my girlfriend 5 years ago through dodgy tablets. I hope that's not a backhanded compliment. I do apologise if I've got my wires crossed, but I'm very articulate and intelligent and I can spot something that's not right a fucking week off. But we're all not everybody's trolls. I mean, I get a lot of trolls on this channel. There's actually people that do come on the channel, but I've only just reset this one up. I've got 18. If you research beat drug and mental health issues together, all one word, beat drug and mental health issues together. It's monetized and everything, and I've just put that channel down, bump, and started from scratch because I was getting trolled off a certain family that I had an incident with a few years ago. It doesn't matter if it's a day ago or 5 years ago, it's still just as raw. But with alcoholics, that's what does it to people who have drugs. Like, I know a specific person, or knew a specific person that had drugs 1 or 2 days before and then had alcohol, and then that's had a bad effect and enhanced the drugs that was already in the body. And drinking wine, as I'm sure it was wine, drinking wine, and then that is things like they say, never drink and drive, never drink and take drugs either, especially bloody fake counterfeit drugs. They haven't got a fucking clue what's in them. And even more so, not even more so, but just as bad, the ones that come from the chemist, they're still bad ones, you know. I mean, I did used to take the fake ones until that happened. I'd never take another because I know for certain I had no part in it. And I've since told where them dodgy tablets came from, not from a reliable source. What do you mean? That's what you meant, James? I already drug myself out, and you can too. It's a bit nasty, isn't it, lad? What do you think? It's a bit nasty, mate. Do you know what? I hate people that either forget there was ever an heroin addict. Because, like I said, there's a couple of my friends who work for the Drugs Council, and they're just not the same. I mean, yeah, they've cleaned their life up, fair play to them, but they look down on you. And I'm thinking, how the fuck can you look down on me, you cheeky cunt, when you was just, if not worse, even worse. You know, it's like, never forget where you fucking come from. You know, if you've been an heroin addict in the past, or an addict of any sort, and you walk down the street and you look at somebody and you say, smackhead, or pisshead, whatever, then you're forgetting where you come from. And that's not right. Give him a hand. Just give him a few words of wisdom. You know, give him a few minutes of your day. It's not difficult. I used to want money when I was going around tapping for drugs, when I lost the very good business that I had. But other than that, I've done it all. Tapping. Oh, my girlfriend's kicked me out. Have you got a fiver for the train? Or this and that and the other. And it's embarrassing to say, but you've got to say it because that's part of my life. You know, I've got good parts and I've got bad parts. But I don't know. It's a difficult one, isn't it? But I'm going to get some shut eye in a minute, me guys. I'm going to have a couple of hours, I think. I'm still a bit tired. Get myself showered and changed. Shops only open at 11 bells today. Need to start getting a couple of tracksuits together. Some winter clothes. I need a nice black pair of 110s. If I can get hold of a nice pair. I've got the white ones. I've got the neon yellow ones. I had them in 1996. That's why they're called OGs. Like the Aussies go, OG, let's OG. Well, we normally say let's go, they say let's OG, yo, let's OG. Yeah, I done a belter live stream on the Liverpool Lime Street steps when I picked my glasses up in the morning. And you know what? I can half read loads better, especially on my left eye. Dolce and Gabbana. Gotta go for the Italian brand when you're half Italian, haven't you guys? I'm pretty handsome man. I don't go look at sauce how handsome you are. I'll give you my brother's number, and my brother's gay. He's a good looking lad as well. Not for me though. Joking, are you? Women only, me, mate. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay, is there? You don't have a choice. People think people choose to be gay. Yeah, I think some do, but predominantly, mostly, you're born that way. You don't get given a bloody choice. You're born, and it's normally the eldest child as well. I've noticed that through my brother's the oldest, but a lot of his friends, he's one that told me, he said, Mark, it's a fact. Something to do with the embryonic genes or something or other. I'm not sure. I'm trying to do less drugs. If I want to quit drinking, I will. Well, that's on you, mate. James. April the 24th, 2009. I don't know what that's the answer to. I think it's how long has he been drinking or how long has he been in recovery for. Meth was my drug. Were you in the States? You want about that meth that we call crack? Or you want about methadone? What's the medical name for methadone now? Methadone's the brand. No, it's not. No. Oh, it'll come to me in a minute. The tablets. You get tablets. I already drug myself out, and you can too. Well, I've screenshot that anyway. Get some people with some fronts on it, you know. More front than bloody fucking Miami, mate. I'm trying to do less drugs. If I want to quit drinking, I will. Well, you soul solo, mate, and see how far you get. Everybody needs help at some point in their life. Yeah, people like yourself might be a bit stubborn and a bit set in your ways. Who knows? I haven't got a clue, mate. I haven't. You're a joke. You're from Glasgow. James Granger. You're from Glasgow, mate. You're from Glasgow. You're a Ouija, mate. Aye, man's a Ouija. Got some kid who comes in here, Lee Dodds. He seems a nice kid. With his little Frenchy biscuit. It's nice he's clean though. It's nice to see success stories. I like to see a success story. It's good. It is good. It really is. Some people like to thrive in your demise, but that's not me. I've not got a bad bone in my fucking body. My mouth's terrible when I'm in a relationship. Women say they'd rather you beat on them than give them verbal all day. Well, I don't hate women. Never have, never will. I think once or twice in my whole life I've lashed out, protecting myself. But many women are cowards. That's all there is to it. Or bullies as well, cowards. I'm pretty handsome, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's not Isaac Pouch, is it? No ways. Our kid's ex been bumped for 60 clap. Boom. And you're still crying, aren't you, Isaac? Was your 60 grand gone, la? Somebody's eating nice. Shouldn't be so silly though, mate. You shouldn't let him do it. If it's on offer, people are going to take it, you know. You can't buy love. You can't buy friendship either. You can buy fake friendship. You can buy a fucking gold digger. You can't buy love. It's only one thing in the world you can. You can buy health. People say you can't, but you can. I know your health is your wealth, but you can go private. You know, you can have private blood tests annually or 6 monthly, quarterly, just to catch something, nip it at the bud, which is what people do with thingamajig. A lot of people do it and go private, but you can't buy friendship. True friendship comes at a cost of being nice to people, treating people the way you want to be treated yourself. And you won't go far wrong if you follow that method. I mean, don't get me wrong, I should practice what I fucking preach, really. But it's just one of those things, really. It's just one of those things, mate. Yeah, so I'm going to go now, guys. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to upload this. I'm going to do a couple of shorts, and I'm going to get my cat down. So, James, you take it easy, kid. I'll see you soon. Take care. Have a nice day. Goodbye, guys.